Yeah, about these changes coming to Neverwinter. All I can say is,
well, smack my ass and call me Judy.
Roll it. Welcome back, friends, foes, haters, and of course, let's not forget window lickers. I know there's a few of you out there that salivate when I call you window lickers, so I'm absolutely, unconditionally, positively, certainly, definitely, unreservedly, entirely, utterly, totally, and completely going to keep calling you that. Well, at least until you Photoshop that ugly personality of yours. But luckily, 99.9% of the rest of my subs, or people who watch my videos, are phenomenal, extraordinary, and amazeballs. So here's to you, the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, and the round pegs in the square holes. The haters can just pull my finger.
Pull it.
So, I'm sure you all heard by now of the huge changes coming to Neverwinter, and I, for one, am extremely excited at the possibility of all this becoming a reality. We all have fought for a very long time for many different things through various different platforms, like through forum posts, videos, cryptic streams, personal DMs with the devs, the content creator program, Neverwinter Facebook communities, Reddit, and much, much more to bring change. And now it seems like at least some of what we have been screaming about has been heard and are being implemented into the game with Module 23. Of course, there is always more they could have done, and players will continue to debate and want more because humans are greedy by nature, and as such, we will continue to complain and continue to rule out problems in the game and point it out to them. But for now, I am grateful that this is happening, even if it did take way too long to get here, and many players who could have been saved earlier were lost. But on the flip side, these changes do have the potential to bring back some players who gave up on the game. And if anything, these changes also reinforce the fact that the game is nowhere near shutting down. So don't worry about Neverwinter coming to an end today. It's already tomorrow in Australia. Now, let's talk about the changes. But the way I'm going to do it is just by talking about the changes as a whole and not break down every single thing. I'll save that for future videos. But you will be able to see all the changes on your screen as I'm yapping away. And they are pretty self-explanatory, so no need to go into details just yet. The categories of change they announced are weapon transmutes, new player bonuses, refinement, chest rewards, chest rerolls, premium loot, content-specific rewards, random queues, queue adjustments, Demogorgon, and Tiamat. I know it seems like a lot of categories, but they are actually subcategories, since most of them can be placed under one main category. Let me show you what I mean by placing the ones that are about one specific topic under one category. So what do all of these have in common, and what is the common theme here? These are all about rewards, and every single one of them has to do with some type of reward for taking part and being active in dungeons, trials, and skirmishes, like weapon transmute chases, new player bonuses, general chest rewards, refinement gems, chest reroll changes, random queue rewards, content-specific rewards, and premium loot. All of these are reward focused in some shape or form. But let's do one better. Even these two changes, which I didn't add under this category, which is Demogorgon and Tiamat, also speak of loot, as well as mechanics and item level requirements. So in essence, they also fall under in some way into the loot category. So there is only one change that doesn't fall under the actual loot, and that's the queue adjustments, which is just an adjustment of item level to enter said content. And all of these categories, everything you see, is just about dungeons, skirmishes, and trials. There is nothing focused on anything else besides this. No general campaign changes, no strongholds, no PvP, no market changes, no anything. Everything is about the loot you receive in dungeons, skirmishes, and trials, which I am actually very, very happy about because we are getting a whole slew of changes dedicated to one specific problem. They actually approach this topic, the topic of rewards, in the correct way. I think it's better to tackle one problem at a time and head on by dedicating all your available resources to it, so that you're not distracted by a multitude of other problems that in the end will only contribute to them releasing a half-assed creation that will have tons of problems that will all kick and scream about in the end, and rightfully so. Also, by dedicating themselves to one main issue, they can possibly avoid a shitty release and add a much cleaner and less buggy one. I'm saying possibly because we will just have to wait and see before praising them. And I hope they continue to focus on one issue at a time, at least when it comes to issues that have a huge impact on the game and the community. Take your time with it, and let us enjoy your work and the game we have come to love. I personally love these changes because they seem to address all levels of players. There's something for the new player, something for the mid-game, and something for endgame. Rewards are for everyone when they have value, and when everybody has a chance to obtain them. Let's just hope some of these chase rewards, such as transmutes, mythic insignias, companions, mounts, or whatever else, isn't 90% bound all the time, because we would like to be able to be excited at the possibility of making astral diamonds, because refined astral diamonds is what excites the player base. Limiting us by binding everything isn't very exciting, and if we remember the past, we used to get unbound companions all the time that we sold for millions, and your community and dungeons were thriving back then. I don't think fully unbound items all the time would be a good thing as well, since that too would ruin the economy. Well, the already ruined economy, but you get what I mean. Maybe a 50% chance for the items to be unbound would be a much more balanced way of doing it. These awesome changes, if implemented correctly, will add incentives to run content. I gave an example just less than a week ago about salvage, with the main point being incentives to run content as a whole, and not adding or re-adding salvage itself. Some people just like to and miss the point entirely. Keyword is incentives, people. Incentives. And I would gladly spend my money to support Gearbox and Cryptic if the product I'm receiving in return is giving my dangly bits 10-hour tingles. Well, if I had 10-hour tingles, I'd probably be in the emergency room, but I think you get the message. So let's see how all these positive changes play out. I'm really interested. Oh, and some advice for Lasser if he's listening, or to anybody else in Cryptic. If these changes don't get reviewed and updated and looked at with every new module release, then I think you'll be doing it wrong. We will just end up with something awesome for a short period of time. And then it too will fade into obscurity as time progresses because of the outdated loot. Just make sure we always have incentives to run content, is all I'm saying. And I really do hope you continue this trend of working on one issue at a time, because I'd rather you spend most of your time on one thing to make sure it's working properly than spread your time on multiple things and they being a train wreck. So what do you all think of these changes? Do you like them or hate them? What would you have added or changed? Are you excited in general? Let me know in the comments, because I'm truly curious. And I read all my comments. Also drop a like and a sub if you enjoy the content. If not,
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will...
More videos to come with possible breakdowns of all these rewards, which I think are pretty self-explanatory, so I don't know. We'll see. I gotta go because my dangly bits are tingling. Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.
Ends here. I swear it.